Endless online searches, trekking from dealer to dealer. But here it is, the Volvo XC90. A luxury SUV that emphasises convenience and comfort. A panoramic roof, advanced air purifier, a head-up display that changes to suit light conditions, an air suspension system that ensures a smooth ride by constantly adjusting the ride height and shock absorbers. Now at special run-out pricing from $99,990 plus on-roads. Visit Volvo Cars and discover why the Volvo XC90 is the vehicle for right now.
You're listening to the Weekend Sport Podcast with Jason Pine from News Talk ZB.
New Zealander Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones is enjoying perhaps the best season ever by a Kiwi in US college basketball history.
Hargreaves, that's going to be short and punched out of there by Tait-Jones. Here's flight 12 to throw it down. Coming out of that timeout. 15-point lead, a 10-0 run the last 60 seconds.
When he saw that he had nothing but the floor in front of him, man, he had a big old smile on his face, didn't he?
Yeah. 28 for Tait-Jones, coming from down under to throw it down.
Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones playing for UC San Diego. He started all 32 games and led the team in scoring, rebounding and assists to lead his side to their first Big West regular season championship with a 28-win, 4-loss record. This in their first year as a fully fledged Division 1 program. He's now scored over 1,000 career points in NCAA Division 1, was named Big West Newcomer of the Year in 2023-24 and the overall Big West Player of the Year for 2024-25. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones is with us. Niwa, thanks for taking the time for a chat. What a time for you. Let's start with your team being Big West regular season champions. How big a deal is this?
Yes, sir. No, thank you for having me on, bro. I appreciate you taking the time. Like you said, man, this season's been amazing. To be Big West champions for the first time in school history is amazing. And I think to win it as a New Zealander is also special as well. So, this season's been amazing, man. I couldn't ask for a better year, and we're not done yet. So, just keep riding the wave.
I want to talk about what's ahead for you in the next little while. But as far as winning the Big West Player of the Year award, I know it's a team game, but as an individual accolade, how big a thrill was that for you?
Oh, it's been awesome, man, to win an award like that. I mean, like you said, I wouldn't have got there without my teammates. But no, I've put in. I worked hard for this, man. I worked my whole life for this. So I'm grateful now that I'm, getting the fruits of all my work. And it's amazing, man. I couldn't have scripted it any better.
All right. Well, as you say, you're not done yet. Next up is March Madness. Now, a lot of people back here know about that, a single elimination tournament to find the men's college basketball national champion, one of the biggest annual sporting events in the United States. So what do you have to do to make it to March Madness for starters?
Right. So I'm in Vegas right now. We're playing our conference tournament. So if we win our conference tournament, we get a automatic bid. So we come in as the 1 seed, so we get a bye straight to the semifinal. So we play in our semifinal game tomorrow. And then if we win that, we go to the championship game. And if we win the championship game, we get an automatic bid to March Madness. But we've also had a really good year. Like you said, we're 28-4. So it's looking like win or loss in our tournament, we should still have a shot at getting to March Madness. It just depends on, they have a thing called Selection Sunday, where like the NCAA committee vote on who they think should go to the tournament. So hopefully we'll get some votes for an at-large bid. But if we win this tournament in Vegas, then we'll be playing there 100%.
Outstanding. As I say, it's become this massive event. How big a deal would it be for UC San Diego to go to March Madness?
Oh, it would be huge, man. I mean, even winning the Big West Championship, that was amazing. Like we saw, heaps of news articles. We're on the news, San Diego news, national news. They had us in the New York Times. So, and it would be the first time for the school to go to March Madness. So, if we were to do that in our first year eligible, it would be insane.
Well, can't wait to see how you go on your quest for that. Take us back, Neil. Well, tell us about your basketball journey. Where did it begin and how has it taken you stateside?
Yeah, so I started playing in Wellington with the late Kenny McFadden. He's been my coach up until he sadly passed away. So yeah, all credit to him. He trained me every day for 6 years in the morning trainings up at ASB in Wellington. And yeah, because of him, I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship at Hawaii Hilo, which was a Division II school. And then, yeah, I did 3 years there. And then I transferred. I moved schools to where I'm at now, UC San Diego, which is Division I. And, yeah, I mean, all credit to Kenny Mack. I wouldn't be here without him. So, yeah, man, I wouldn't be here without him for sure.
Yeah, he's influenced plenty of people, you included, and is fondly remembered not only in Wellington but in New Zealand basketball circles as well. So the standard you're playing at in the Big West, can you give us some sort of comparison, or maybe just outline for us what the standard is like, the games of basketball you're playing in?
I mean, it's a real high level, man. It's the top level in American collegiate basketball. We have NBA guys who are projected to get drafted in our league. We play against guys who are going to get drafted and go to the NBA. Last year I played against NBA guys. So it's the best of the best, man.
Outstanding. And as far as your success is concerned, as I said at the top of the chat, you led the team in scoring, rebounding and assists. So an all-round game, obviously, is what you provide for your team. What are your particular strengths, or the things that you like to be known for?
I think I get downhill a lot. I get to the rim, draw a lot of fouls, and I just play hard. I'm fortunate enough to have coaches who believe in me and believe in what I can do, and they give me the ball. I get downhill a lot. I create for my teammates. I rebound the ball. And like you said, I do a lot of things on the court. And yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a stat that you're one of the leading free throw, you've been to the free throw line probably more than most other people. So that talks about, getting into heavy traffic fairly often. You got no worries about doing that?
Yeah. I lead the country in free throws made and attempted. I think I credit that to my rugby background. I played rugby growing up. So, I'm not afraid of the contact. I like to get physical. So, yeah.
How many more years then do you have at UC San Diego?
So this is my last year. I'm in my last year at school here. And, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to come afterwards. I'm just kind of riding the wave at the moment. We're having an awesome year. We're not done yet. And then after the season, I'm just going to see what happens, man. And, whatever happens will happen. God's got his plan for me. So, yeah, I'm just enjoying every moment of it.
What are some of the things that could happen? I mean, are we is the NBA a goal of yours?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely after the year that we've had, I've been talking to a few NBA teams, NBA agents. I'm going to test the waters for sure and just see what happens.
You'd have to think, though, that if you go to March Madness, which by the sounds of things you've got a great chance of doing, there'll be a lot of eyes on you. Is that the case, that playing in March Madness might put you on the radar of even more teams?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think because we're kind of a new school, so they're not used to having this type of success. So a lot of people don't really know about us. So I think if we're able to go and play on such a huge stage, I mean, the whole of America will be watching. So, yeah, if we can get and play on this stage, I mean, everyone's going to see it.
And you're just one of a number of young men and women from New Zealand who are doing really cool things in the game of basketball. I'm sure you keep an eye on what's happening back here. We had 17-year-old Jackson Ball drop 40 in a National Basketball League game the other day, and he's just one example. Do you feel as though it's a sport that is in really good heart as far as the best New Zealanders playing it are concerned?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think, like you mentioned, we got a lot of good young guys coming up. I know they did really well. I was watching the games at the Under-17 World Cup where they think I came third, right? Yep. Or they placed really well. We got some dogs coming up, and I'm glad I in a way I get to set the standards for them, and hopefully they can follow.
You certainly do, mate. Well, it's an exciting time for you. A great season so far, and as you say, Niwa, more to come. All the best in your quest to get to March Madness, mate. You would have remembered watching March Madness when you were back here, wouldn't you?
Oh no, I used to watch it as a kid, man. I think everyone who enjoys basketball would have watched March Madness. So, now hopefully I can get on there and put on a show.
Hope you can make it. We'll be cheering for you back here, Neil. Thanks so much for taking the time for a chat today.
No, I appreciate you having me on, brother. Appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Aniwaniwa Tait-Jones there out of UC San Diego, headed, we hope, for March Madness.
For more from Weekend Sport with Jason Pine, listen live to News Talk ZB weekends from midday or follow the podcast on iHeartRadio.
For a few years in the 1970s, the Mr. Asia syndicate made millions.
Heroin creates its own market. It acts like a form of plague.
Until jealousy, betrayal, and murder brought it all crashing down.
Then he just pulled out a gun, shot her in the back of the head, and then said to Wayne, "You're going to help me bury her."
This is Mr. Asia, a forgotten history. All episodes now available on iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.